Dear partners, welcome to our latest update. Personal, direct, and as live as it gets.
This past year, the All Movement created something incredible from nothing. Something that is capturing hearts and minds all over Israel, among politicians and in the streets. The Israel 2048, a shared future vision.
Let's recap. Israel 2048 was born out of the understanding that Israel's population is set to double itself in the next 3 decades, reaching 17 million residents. In the business as usual scenario, 13 million will be living in the oversaturated center that will only increase the problems we already face today. The high cost of living, a shortage of affordable housing, and a huge gap in public transportation.
Worse still, the proportion of underprivileged populations in the Negev and Galilee will be as high as 80%, stalling any prospects for economic development, proper utilization of resources and opportunities in these areas, and preventing real growth. Is that what we want Israel to look like 100 years after its establishment?
So, we have prepared a plan for the next chapter in the story of Israel's establishment. This vision involves a paradigm shift. Instead of Israel remaining a state with one center, with a socio-economic profile of a third world country, Israel will turn into a country with 3 distinct, sustainable centers, the best country in the world to live in.
We set out on this journey 1 year ago, with the goal of finding 100 leading partners who would help us turn this vision into a reality. Partners that would include the leaders of Israel's most important institutions and organizations, from the government, the business sector, and the social sector. In our wildest dreams, we never imagined that a year later, our list would include over 350 partners, and that list is still growing.
קבוצת המאה, the Century Group, is guided by the Century Council, a small steering committee that includes leaders from several major Israeli bodies, such as the Students' Union, the Israeli Builders Association, the Negev Council, the National High-Tech Forum, and others. As you know, Israel's administration has had a turbulent year, and the government has been more or less at a standstill. In spite of this, we have managed to sidestep politics and unite around a common denominator, the 2048 vision. The 5 largest political parties have all adopted the vision and have included it in their platforms.
We've made new law proposals that are waiting to be addressed by the new government, and we have worked to make sure that the government ministries keep their promises, such as moving the IDF's intelligence and computer science units to the south, establishing transportation infrastructures between the cities of the Negev and Galilee, and deciding on a location for a new international airport in the Negev.
All along, our focal point has been the national compass that guides us as we turn the vision into a reality, the future map of Israel, and how we get there. Our strategic team has laid the foundations for the Israel's Future Lab, a national R&D that is translating the vision into practical steps and creating governmental, business, and social initiatives.
The media in Israel have enthusiastically embraced the plan. In the span of 1 year, dozens of articles about the All Movement and the Israel 2048 initiative have appeared on news websites, in leading newspapers, and on radio and television programs. We are delighted to see that discussing long-term visions and programs is a trend right now in Israel. The Student Union has its Israel 2050 initiative. Knesset member Nir Barkat is leading the growing Israel plan. The Keren Kayemet Israel has launched an Israel 2040 program, and more, exactly what we aimed for.
The peak moment in our efforts to raise awareness was undoubtedly the special 2048 magazine published by the Yediot Achronot group. The magazine was distributed to 500,000 homes in June and marked the public launch of the 2048 vision.
But it is not about recognition and headlines. We are interested in the citizens, those citizens who are willing to let go of the old-fashioned stereotypes about the Negev and Galilee, who are willing to learn about a different kind of reality, one that is rich and diverse and that offers endless opportunities. To this end, the All Movement is running the Gateway to the Negev Visitor Center in the old city of Be'er Sheva and the Negev and Galilee Information Center. These are the only centers of their kind in Israel, and they are welcoming tens of thousands of visitors each year.
It is important to add that alongside our top-down activities, we are also working hard at the grassroots level, establishing new communities and strengthening existing ones. These include Kasif, a modern Haredi city, a mixed tribal community, and Daniel community planned and built for abled and differently abled populations in partnership with Alei Negev and many more.
Our flagship program, Equatable Cities, began operating in 4 cities this year: Dimona and Ofakim in the Negev and Kiryat Shmona and Akko in the Galilee. Equatable Cities is a joint initiative of the OR movement together with the Ministry of Housing and the Ministry for Social Equality. The long-term vision is to take what used to be called the development towns and turn them into attractive cities, offering diverse opportunities for housing, employment, culture, education, and communal life. These cities will become magnets for their old and new residents and key engines for the growth of Israel.
We have also continued to organize impact groups in all the places we work in. We truly believe that people are the most important resource and the most meaningful agents for change. An example of this is Elad Group in Eilat, which includes some of Israel's leading theater artists who have decided to leave the center of the country and head south. Their goal is to turn Eilat into a leading cultural center on the national level.
This is just a small taste of the main projects the OR movement has initiated. We've been blessed, and thankfully we are not alone. You, our partners, donors, families, staff, and volunteers are what makes us tick. We invite everyone to join us and take part in this vital work for Israel's future.
We'd like to take this opportunity to wish everyone a Shana Tova, a happy new year, and an enjoyable holiday. Thank you again to each and every one of you for sharing in our vision and for your enthusiasm, your partnership, and your support. We need you now more than ever.
Together, we are building the future of Israel.
Shana Tova.